Welcome to Football Fever, Class 4A. Hello, everybody. I'm Alan Mandel, sports editor of the Killeen Daily Herald, and I'm joined again by our two football experts, Jordan Mason and Clay Whittington. And let's get right at it. Big game for Gatesville, Clay. They're hosting a powerhouse, a chance, an upset, and you're a hero. Stephenville against Gatesville. Tell us about your thoughts on that match.
I mean, if it happens, it will be an upset. That's for sure. Gatesville started the season last week at Brownwood and pretty much got picked apart. Lost 35-0 and wasn't very pretty. So when you move ahead and you're facing the number one team in the state with a quarterback who's committed to Texas Tech, I mean, you have to kind of worry about their chances. But of course, they're not looking at it that way. You know, they're going in. They want to do, like you said, they want to pull off the upset. They believe in themselves. They think they can, but they're going to have their hands full if they do. Stephenville beat the number one team out of Alaska last week. Alaska actually traveled to Stephenville and played, and got demolished 45-0. So they're rolling, and Gatesville's struggling. So they're at two different ends of the spectrum, but you never know. That's why you play the game. So we'll see.
Okay, and Lampasas, school that you've written about so well this year, at Lago Vista. And Lampasas was a school I got to watch last week. Their offensive line is fantastic. They knock people off that line tremendously. They got a fantastic sophomore quarterback, a good football team. How do they match up this week?
Yeah, that's you might be able to speak to this a little more than I did because you were at the game. But, you know, when you look at the stats on paper, it's kind of hard to see how they lost that game. They had over 300 yards of offense. They held the other team to 130, I believe, forced 2 turnovers. Fredericksburg was forced to punt several times. So it's really kind of odd the way the stats don't reflect in the score. But I know they had some costly turnovers that really bit them. Kickoff return, I believe, really hurt them. So they've got small things that they need to fix to keep that from happening. But I think they're getting what they want out of the team. I think they're kind of putting the product they want on the field. So it's just a matter now of kind of fine-tuning some things, and this could be a game that gets them really rolling in the right direction if they're able to travel and pick up a win against Lago Vista.
Mm-hmm. And I'll go on the hook right now. Lampasas is going to be a playoff team. All right?
There you go. You said it.
All right. Jordan, Salado at West this week. Salado had a rough first week. Tell us about this matchup.
Well, this is going to be a test for Salado because last week was not how they wanted to start the season. Now, obviously, you never want to start the season that way, but Salado did pretty well in their scrimmages against Whitney and against Marlin. So to start the season off that way kind of might shake a team up. And Coach Graham, going into that game, he talked about how the scrimmage success can be misleading because you're not game planning and you're doing more personnel evaluation than you are actually trying to get out there and, you know, get past an opponent. So to lose 49-7 to Troy is not what they want. And now you get a West team that's coming off a 50-6 win against Clifton. So going on the road, that's going to be a tough one. But Salado wants to be different than last year. And so in order to do that, they're going to have to bounce back, and that's what they're looking for against West.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jordan. Thank you, Clay. And thank you for joining us for Football Fever. We'll see you here next week for week number 3.